The Kershaw County School District uses Planbook for our lesson planning for our teachers. I'm going to show in this tutorial the setup for a teacher who has been in our district, whose schedule has not changed, and they want to pull their lesson plans from the past and use them again. So in this case, I've got a teacher. I'm going to log in, go to Planbook, www.planbook.com, log in with my district email address, my district password. And the first time that I log in for the new school year, I'm going to be prompted first thing to accept the district's calendar of events. So we have already preloaded all of the calendar days that are not available, that will not be used. And we want you to shift your lesson plans. Anytime you see this box, go ahead and shift your lesson plans. So, for example, if we have a snow day, we'll add it at the district level, and it'll just ask you to shift your lessons. And all that does is just accounts for the day that has been changed. So it's going to take a second to load that into your calendar. And now our next question is going to be, do you want to add a school year? So let's go ahead and add our school year. We need to, in this place, this is going to be 2019-2020. Go ahead and write out the 2020. The first day of school will be the 19th, August 19th, 2019. And the last day of school will be May 29th. In this case, I'm teaching all the same classes, so I'm going to keep these checked. If I was not teaching one of these courses, I could uncheck this here, but at this point, I'm just going to leave that checked, and I'm going to continue. I'm just going to select, just for the ease of use, if you don't have any students, it doesn't matter. It's not going to copy anything, but just check everything just to be safe. Click continue. This is one change on this where it says no school days. These are the holidays that Planbook is assuming that you have. And in our district, we do attend school on Veterans Day. So please uncheck Veterans Day when you accept this. It is an easy fix, but what will happen is when you'll get to Veterans Day, you won't be able to schedule a class there. So go ahead and uncheck that, and let's click add a school year. And it's just telling me, yes, I'm importing everything. Yes, that's what I want to do. It's going to take just a second. And you can see kind of ghosted in the background are my old lessons. And ta-da, here are my new lessons for the new school year. So I am almost finished, but it looks good. I'm just going to show you real quickly. You can look in advance. We'll go a couple weeks. And here's the Labor Day holiday that we've added in there for you. So you see all your lesson plans kind of flow in there. So this should be your setup. Here is the last thing we need to do is, well, the other thing we could do, of course, is go to classes, and we could look at what courses you have if you wanted to go ahead and set up your second semester classes. If you are a high school teacher, you should go in here and change the end dates. So I could go in here and change my first semester dates so that my classes end January 10th. And I'm going to accept that. So let's say I want to go ahead and change all of these dates. It's a good idea to go ahead and change those. I like to go ahead and set up for the whole semester. So this is something for our high school teachers. If you're an elementary or middle school teacher, just hang with me for one more minute. And I'm going to go back here. Thank you for being patient with me. Okay. If I wanted to go ahead, high school teachers, and set up, let's say I'm teaching anatomy and physiology second semester as well, I could go ahead and add this class. My spring start dates are, it's going to start on the 15th, and it would go through the end of the school year. I can call this is going to be my anatomy and physiology spring class. And to copy my lessons there, I will show you that. We can click the copy button right here. And I could say I'm going to, these are my classes for the previous school year. The class is Anatomy and Physiology. And then I want to copy these to my spring Anatomy and Physiology class. And I'm going to insert at the class start date, which I said was January 15th, and just click Copy Lessons. And now if I go back to my plans, and I look forward to January 15th, here's that Anatomy and Physiology class I just set up. The last step for everyone is to go to your sharing. So if you're still with me, here we go, going to sharing. We are going to, what we're trying to do is share our lesson plans with our students. So if you click on View Students, make sure you have your first name dot last name here. This is where, under View Information, what do I want my students to see as far as homework is concerned? And so Ms. Cawthorn had selected her standards, when the work is due, homework, and her lessons. So she wanted students to see everything. And everything else should be set. I'm going to click the email links to me so that it will send an email to Ms. Cawthorn. I can see here at the bottom. So that when I'm ready to update my website, I can just go to my email and get that link. And that's all we need to do. I'm going to go ahead and add the other two classes for Ms. Cawthorn, excuse me. So if I went too fast, let me continue again. Otherwise, if you finished, thank you. Contact julie.putnam@kcsdschools.net if you're having any problems, or always go to your librarian. They'll be glad to assist you, your tech contact. But if I go to classes, I'm going to go ahead and set up the additional spring classes. So if I am teaching honors biology here, I'm going to add another class called honors biology. Spring. Might change my color here. Let's give it a good red. Okay. And then we're going to use the spring start date. In this case, our second semester start date, which will be the 15th. So check it. And so now I want to copy my lesson plans. So let me click copy. And it kind of remembers what I did before. So now I'm going to go to honors biology and make sure I change my class here to honors biology spring. It's going to remember my start date, and I'm going to copy my lessons here. And then one more time, let me go back to my classes and let's copy a regular biology class. Change my start date one more time. I know this is a little bit tedious, but once you have it set, you're good to go for the whole year. All right, so I've made the start date January 15th, 2020. I'm going to accept that, and then let's go to the last class here. Let's change this to my CP biology course. And we're going to change this to my spring CP biology course. And start date is the same, and copy my lesson plans. And I am good to go. And again, just to make sure all my lessons were in there, I will email myself those lessons. That's all I need to do, of course, except now I've got to plan my lessons, but I've copied over the lessons that I had before. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great start to the year.